Hello, guys. We are back. We are back with a big PSA submission that I just received today. We are talking about 30 Pokemon cards, mainly from the Sun and Moon era. I believe there are a few cards also from Sword and Shield, but like I said, mostly Sun and Moon. Now, if you don't know, I am from Luxembourg, and we here in Luxembourg do have English, German, and French cards that we can find in shops. Why am I telling you this? Because you will see that the cards are not only in English, but we have some German and also some French cards. I believe there is also one Japanese card that I submitted. The submission was sent off around 3 months ago. And since I'm in Luxembourg, I do not send directly to PSA, but I do use a German company, shout out Slap, uh, where I send my cards to, and they send them to the USA, they get them back, and they send those cards back to me. So this is what arrived today. So without further ado, let's check what kind of grades we were able to get. Also, another interesting thing is some of the cards were already graded that I sent in. So I cracked them open and I resubmitted them. We are talking about 5 French cards, and they have been graded with a German company. Now, they were part of a collection that I bought, and this match isn't really great, French cards with a German grading company. That's why I decided to crack them open and to resubmit them to PSA. And I'm really interested in seeing what kind of cross grade we were able to get. So let's start with the first, because this was I don't know if you can see it, from Shining Legends, a Shining Arceus that received a 9.5. We had centering 9, edges 10, corners 10, and surface 9. So this is the grade to beat. Also here on the right side, I have opened Card Market, so we can have a look at raw prices and graded prices. So the first card is this one, Shining Arceus from Shining Legends, and this card is in French. Now, if we check the near mint prices, they started around 19 euros, 20 euros, and they go all the way up to 25, even 30. Now, the first graded card is a PCA 9, 30, PCA 8, 35. We have a couple of 9.5s. So let's see. Can we get anything higher than 9.5? All right. First card it is. So to me, the card was looking pretty nicely. Let's see the grade. Wow. There is our first 10. Amazing. So that's definitely an awesome start, I would say. So from a 9.5, we went to a 10. So in card market, there are no 10s at the moment, but I would guess that this card should be, well, at least 100 euros, I would think. All right, so first success. Now the second card on our list, it's the Umbreon Gold Star. Now these cards, because I have sent 2 of them, were in German, and I had these cards for sale. I remember last year around November, where I sort of saw that the prices are starting to rise, and they were at around 60 euros at that time. If we compare it to now, they almost doubled, so they're starting around 115, and they go higher and higher. Now I wanted to check. So here's the first PSA 9 that is listed for 220, And there are 3 PSA 10s for pretty crazy prices, right? 550,000 and 1,500 obviously is too high. But okay, so let's see. The next card. Okay. Wow. Guys, this is another 10. Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful card. And especially with the 30th anniversary coming up, this might even go higher in price. Okay. So like I told you before, there were 2 of these. So let's see for the second copy of the card. And another 10. Amazing, amazing, amazing. An amazing start. Wow. Super happy about these. And I'm glad I didn't sell them at 60 euros last November. All right, so next card on the list is, the Pikachu promo card from Sword and Shield. Now again, French cards. Raw copies start at 44, 45, and a 9 from PCA is 55, and 9.5s are listed for 120, 125. All right, let's see. Okay. I mean, centering might not be perfect. Yeah, it's a 9. It's a 9, but I'm still happy with the 9 because this is an awesome looking promo card. And I think even in a 9, it's a rather nice thing to have in the collection. All right, but let's see the second copy. I mean, I can already tell the back centering is not ideal. I don't know how the front was. Yeah, again, I'm afraid that this might only... Oh, what? A 10? Amazing. Amazing. And this is why I try not to be too harsh on the pre-grading because, I mean, this is my third submission so far. And I have always sent in cards where I was like, they might have a chance at a 10, but if it's a 9, it's a 9. It's okay. All right. So great start. I believe this was our first 9 so far from 5 cards. And yeah, again, price-wise, PSA 10. Who knows? But at least 200, I would say. All right, next card is the Piplup from Cosmic Eclipse. Again, a French copy that I have sent in. Raw prices start at around 27, 29. And there is a 9.5 currently up for sale, 110. Let's see what kind of grade we were able to get. I think the card looked fine from the front. Centering looked okay to me. What? Very good. What? A 4? Oh my... I mean, this is the worst grade I have ever received. That's crazy. A 4? There is... I mean, as far as I could tell, there was nothing wrong with the card. This is the front, and this is the back. I mean... Wow. A big letdown, so I guess this will be cracked open, and yeah, that's crazy. Okay. You never know with PSA. All right, the next card, it's a similar Cosmic Eclipse trainer card. It's the Pikachu, or Pikachu. This copy is a German card, and Neomin copies have also gone up quite a bit. So as we can see, these are from Switzerland. Usually I don't really take those into consideration, but you see 110, 120, And then graded copies, even in a PSA 9, it's 250. And yeah, PSA 10 is just crazy. Now, this card, I'm really not expecting a PSA 10, but a 9 would be nice to have. So let's see. Let's see. They were super harsh with the previous card. So let's see. Okay, we got ourselves the 9, which is great. This is what I was expecting because we did have some whitening in the back, but a 9 is perfectly fine. This is really what I was expecting. A 10 would have been like over the top, but yeah, you can see that the corners had quite a bit of whitening. So a 9 is awesome for this one. I still cannot comprehend how we got a 4 on the previous card, but anyways. All right, next card. Similar card, so red Pikachu, Japanese exclusive promo card. Yeah, this one I bought as a raw copy, and it would be super, super awesome to get a 10 on this one. As you can see, near mint copies have risen quite a bit. At least 270, 280. PSA 9 copies, 320. And then the 10s, they have a huge premium. So over, what is it? Here is a 450 euro one, but this is a new seller. Other than that, it's 560, 600. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Let's see the grade. Japanese usually does grade better. So we are hoping for the 10. Yes. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Super, super happy. So this will definitely stay in like the personal collection. It's I will tell you a small story. I did have another copy of this card already graded a 10, again by a German company. And that card I got last year in Frankfurt at a card show. And I cracked it open recently because I also wanted to have it in a PSA 10. And what I didn't realize, the card wasn't perfect. So it's crazy. It did receive a 10, but the card was not perfect. And I was so mad when I saw the imperfection on the card when I cracked it open. So that one I will keep as a raw copy because it will most definitely not get another 10. Anyhow, super happy for this one. So let's move on. Next card on the list is a Rainbow Rayquaza GX French copy. You can see raw. It's it has become quite rare because there are not many listings, and it's also super hard to determine the price on this card. But you can see the first near mint that is not by a new seller, they're asking like 300, and a grade 9 400, 9.5 500, and there are no 10s. Now I know that this card doesn't have perfect centering in the front. Especially the right corner is a lot heavier. So I would think a 9. Yes. So it is a 9, but even with a 9, it's a super, super nice card. Super nice card, super clean card. I believe there was no whitening in the back. Maybe just... No, it was pretty clean, pretty clean. So it's mostly because of the centering that this one has received a 9. Next card is another Rayquaza. It's the shiny Rayquaza from, I don't know where it was, but it was in some kind of a promo product, as far as I remember. Raw prices, this is an English card, start at 70, 75, 80, and then PSA 9, 135, and PSA 10 is 425, 450, and there's a BGS 10 for 600. To me, this card was super clean, good centering. So I'm really, really hoping for a 10. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Amazing. Amazing card. This is also one for the personal collection for sure. Beautiful, beautiful card. Great centering. There was no whitening on the back and great centering as well. I was even thinking for a moment to send this one to BGS because to me it looked so perfect. It could even score a black label. But I'm already happy to have it in a PSA 10 for now. All right, next card on the list. Ooh, one of our first heavy hitters. This is also a regrade, so let's see. This also had a 9.5. This obviously is a big chase card from Shining Legends. The Tube Mewtwo, and it had centering 9, edges 10, corners 10, and surface 9. Again. My hopes are not too high for a 10 because I know that the front centering was far from perfect. And yeah, you can see it's super right heavy. So the best possible outcome would be a 9. So let's see. What? That hurts. It's an 8. Ah, such a beautiful card, but I mean, I knew that the front centering was off, but 9, I don't think it had any kind of whitening in the back, but it's mostly due to maybe it had some printing issues in the back. So that's most probably why it got an 8. So unfortunately, a big downgrade from the 9.5 that we had before. But like I said at the beginning, French cards do not really mix well with a German grading company. So, anyways, I would have gotten maybe the raw price for it. All right, next, Celebi and Venusaur, French card. Now I do have this card already in a PSA 10, but I had another fairly clean copy in my binder. So I thought, okay, let's give it another shot. Front centering isn't perfect. Yeah, and that's a 9. Nevertheless, a beautiful card. Beautiful, beautiful card. All right, next one. More tag team cards. Eevee and Snorlax. French copy. Let's hit it. Centering. No, it's not perfect. So it's another 9. All right. But the good thing is the older these cards get, the bigger of a premium you can achieve with a 9. If you have a look here, raw copies go for 40, 44, 45, and there's a PSA 9 for 140. Now again, from a new seller, so this might be a little bit too high. But anyways, I think in a 9, especially if we wait maybe a few years, this will definitely have a premium, even in a PSA 9. All right, so more tech team cards. Raichu and Alolan Raichu. Again, a French copy. Let's see, centering. That will be the issue again. So it's another 9. A lot of tech team 9s for today. Umbreon and Darkrai. Now this card, yeah, this I also had a raw copy now. This is a German one, and I know that the back had some whitening, if I remember correctly. But this is such a raw card. Uh, in in a PSA 8, you can see here PSA 8. It's a pop 10, which goes for 180. So I was like, even if I get an 8, it should give me some kind of premium on this card. So let's see the grade. Wow, and we have 9. That's amazing. That's really amazing because as you can see, a 9 should go, because this is like the German grading company that I was talking of before. Even these go for 249. Amazing. I like this one. Really like this one. All right, next on the list, Reshiram and Zekrom. French card, raw, goes for around 60. Not many graded copies. There is a 9.5 for 150 at the moment. Let's see. What kind of grade? Centering might be the issue again. What? A 10? You see, guys, you can never be sure, you know? To me, this card has pretty much the same kind of centering that we had before with the 9s, and we ended up getting a 10. So you really never know. You never know. Beautiful. Beautiful. And again, there are no 10s currently up for sale. So who knows what the price for this card is? All right. Now this here is our biggest card from this submission. It's an English copy. Sadly, I know for a fact that we are not competing for a 10. Definitely not, because the card has centering issues. It has whitening on the back. But this was a crazy deal. I got this card this year when the prices were around 5 to 600 for raw copies, but I got mine for 300. And it was part of a bigger collection. So honestly, if we can get even an 8, I would be happy. Anything above is crazy. Below, yeah, below an 8 would be kind of sad, but let's see. Let's see. Beautiful card, definitely for the personal collection. And yes. Yeah, it's a 7. What a bummer. What a bummer. A 7. I mean, yeah, I know the front centering had issues, and I know that the back has some rather nasty whitening. Yeah, at 8 would have been pretty awesome. 7, yeah, 7 doesn't give us any kind of premium, unfortunately. So 7 is basically raw price at the moment. Anyhow, it is how it is. Next card. All right, another regraded card, French one, Marshadow and Machamp GX. We again went from a 9.5, and yeah, I think that the card looked super fine to me. Clean surface, no whitening in the back, so I am really hoping for 10, to be honest. Beautiful sunset card. What? A 9? Come on. I mean, centering was good. No whitening in the back. Man, that hurts. This one really hurts. This one really hurts. Yeah, I mean, top to bottom, obviously. But we had the other tech team card before. Ah, this really could have been a 10. Anyhow, prices are super high for this card. As you can see, even the raw copy goes for 390. So I would guess a PSA 9. We are talking about at least 450 to 500. Okay, another one. Another French. We had it in 9.5 before. Centering was 9.5, edges 10, corners 10, surface 9. Also a price that is quite high. Also a card where the price is quite high. So 300, graded 8, 350, and a 9.5, 750. But it's not a PSA. So let's see. Let's see. To me, this card was super clean. It had good centering. Yes. Yes. Amazing. Amazing 10. So I do believe that this card should be I mean, at least 1,000, if not 1,200 at this point. A super rare card. I would assume super, super low pop, especially in French. Great. Great, great, great. All right, next one. The Megalopunny and Jigglypuff in German. Raw copies go for 90, 94, 95. And there's one PSA 10 listed for 800. Now, my hopes for PSA 10 are rather small because we did have some whitening issues in the back. Centering wise, also not perfect. So let's see. It's a 9. It's okay. We are definitely taking the 9. I think the 9 is a fair grade for this card. Great. Okay, so the last 10 cards. Let's see. Ooh, the Glass Bird Trio. I already have a copy of this one in French, PSA 10, that I graded myself. And I ended up picking up an English copy as well. The prices are around 70, 75 for raw copies. And I know that the PSA 10s are quite high. Wow, what? Okay, I need to refresh here quickly so we can see the higher graded prices. So PSA 9, I saw it here for 95, so not a big premium. But the 10 should be the goal here, obviously. Wow, so many cards listed, crazy. Okay, so PSA 10s are close to 300. Yeah, all right. So let's see. I think the back was flawless. It's again the front centering that might be the problem here. Yeah, I can already see it. It's a 9. It is a 9, yeah. The card was unfortunately bottom heavy. That's why we got a 9. But it's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. Let's move. Let's move on. All right, the Pikachu and Zekrom in English. Very few copies listed. Raw, it goes for 1.8 or 140, 150. And then there's an AOG 10 for just below 600 and a BGS 10 for 800. Now, I think this card, the back looked fine. And the front centering to me, well, what? An 8? An 8, wow. I was definitely expecting at least a 9 for this one. I don't know why this one has gotten an 8. Because the back, look, I mean, there's no whitening. I don't know. I don't know. An 8 is really low. Anyhow, next one is the Charizard and Braixen in German. Raw copies are in the 30, 35 range. PSA 9, 80, and there are no 10s. If I'm not mistaken, no, this is not a regrade. Although, oh yeah, this is a regrade. This is a regrade. This was also 9.5. Let's see. No, 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 no. Sorry, guys. Take it back. We have 2 copies of this card. We have a German one and a French one. And the regrade is for the French card. So the German one is this one. Well, centering not ideal. It's a 9. It's a 9. We take it. So let's see. Now comes the French copy, which was a 9.5 before, and it's a 10. Yes. So this is what I was looking to get. A beautiful, beautiful card. So we upgraded from a 9.5 to a 10. Thank you for that. All right. Next card on the list is a French copy of Blastoise and Piplup. These two cards go together. As you can see, this is also why I graded them, so we can get them sequentially. Let's see if we can match the previous grade. Yes, yes, guys, this is so, so nice. So now we have the Charizard and Braixen and the Blastoise and Piplup in sequential order French gem mint. Beautiful. These might not necessarily stay in the PC. I'm looking to upload, or no, sorry, to offload quite a few French cards that are graded in order to get more English cards for the personal collection. All right, next one is the Kindred GX. This one I only sent in because to me it looked super, super clean. And as you can see, there are no graded copies of this card. So let's see if PSA thinks the same. No, they think it's a 9. What a bummer. What a bummer, because to me, this card was pretty much flawless. So maybe here in the corner, they saw something. Anyhow, a 9 is a 9. All right, last 3 cards. Now these are trainer cards. This is the Lily in French, and this one we already had in a 10. But again, German grading company, so not much of a value there. Raw copies go for 130, but then we jump to 190 and 200, and there are currently no cards higher than a PSA 8. So let's see, but I can already see, guys, this is pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but there is a dent in the back of this card. And I'm pretty sure this dent wasn't there before. So I'm not sure what to think of it. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up. Yeah, just you can see the P down there. There is a dent. And this dent was definitely not there before. So will it reflect? No, we still got our 10. Right. Even with the dent. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm pretty sure the dent wasn't there before. And crazy. Crazy thing. Anyhow, we are super happy with the 10. And price-wise, I would think that this is also at least 1,000 euros. If we check what the English copies go for. Okay. It expired again. Let's refresh. We want the English ones. So let's see. Yes, so English copies in a PSA 10 are crazy, 1,750. Yeah, I believe also super low pop, especially in France, in French, in France and in French. All right, let's get moving. Let's get moving because this is quite a long video. So the Rosa, again in French, not a regrade. I just thought it was a pretty clean copy. Let's see. We are hoping for a 10, and it is a 10. Amazing. Beautiful, beautiful card. Again, one of the most beautiful trainer cards out there, together with the Lily from before. So that's already a big win that we scored 2 10s on those. All right, 2 cards remaining, guys. And I believe I did not. Yeah. So this is the Giovanni's Exile. Not a super expensive card, especially in English. PSA 10 goes for around 60. I thought the card was pretty clean. Let's see what PSA thought. What? Yeah. You see, guys, even with the pre-grade that I'm doing, you simply never know. Simply never know. To me, the card looked super clean. There was no whitening in the back. I have no idea. Okay. Yeah. An 8. You never know. All right. Last card. I think I Forgot to check this one on Card Market, but it's the Professor Oak from Cosmic Eclipse. Okay. It's a bit harder to type on a keyboard that's not in front of you. Professor Oak. Let's see. Okay. And this is, if I remember correctly, it was either a French or German copy. Let's see. Let's see. Last card. Yeah, it was a French one. As you can see, only 3 listed. And the grade is a 9. All right. That's still okay. I mean, obviously, I would need to count. So from the 30 cards, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tens. 12 tens and quite a few nines, unfortunately. Yeah. Also 10. Crazy. What? No. What did I say? 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so 12. 12 tens, 12 nines, and then. Oh, no, this is also 9. Guys, I messed up. We have received a few 8s. Yeah, 3 8s, 1 7, and 1 4, which is crazy. Still cannot comprehend how we have received a 4. Anyhow, guys, thanks for tuning in, and let's see you next time.